Well, Paul London is a star of Ring of Honor. He is a star of WWE. In fact, one half of the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in history, alongside Brian Kendrick, who we saw just several weeks ago here on BWC against NGW Heavyweight Champion El Ligero. But this match is one I've personally been looking forward to for quite some time. Martin Kirby was born in the town of Northallerton, and he is here tonight in front of his hometown crowd for one of his most important singles matches to date. Bell rings here and we're about to be underway. Nice clean show of hands, well, a clean show of hands, a display of hopefully what's about to come, which is some clean technical wrestling and a bit of high flying to boot. Both men lock up. Back into the corner here, and will we see that sporting? And we do. Clean break there, that sportsmanship that we saw earlier. And you've got to know that on the mind of Martin Kirby here tonight must be his tag team partner Chris Travis. One of the biggest and most unfortunate news stories on the UK scene of 2014 is the very, very sad news that his Project Ego tag team partner Chris Travis diagnosed with stomach cancer. Such a sad, sad bit of news. These two men travelled up and down the country as Project Ego, and now Martin Kirby is on his own, and he has got to have in his mind Chris Travis, best friend, tag team partner, and we here at BWC wish Travis the very best of luck with his recovery. The man is a fighter, and we're all confident that he's going to recover and come back stronger than ever. But now the onus is on Martin Kirby to prove that in Chris Travis's absence, he can be just as successful as a singles wrestler as he was as one half of Project Ego, and this is the match to do it. Waist lock there. Paul London takes a wrist, takes him down. Nice smooth armbar into a leg scissors. London looking for leverage, tries to limp out, leg scissors too tight there. Gets up onto his toes, looking to slowly but surely get out of that, and he does. Kind of like a head nip up. Don't know what you call it, but call it effective as he got out of that hold. For those that don't know, Paul London, along with Brian Kendrick, trained in the same wrestling class as the man you'll be familiar with from the WWE, that being Daniel Bryan. And guess who trained all three of those men? WWE legend, Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. You can't get better classmates than Daniel Bryan, and you can't get a better teacher in the United States of America than Shawn Michaels. And Martin Kirby will certainly have his work cut out for him as he takes him for a nice tight wrist lock there. This crowd in Northallerton really, really definitely going to be treated to a display of fantastic wrestling. And it's starting early as a small attempt there at a pinfall. Just the one. Goes for it again there. London able to keep that side headlock on nice and tight, and it's down to Kirby now to slowly come up onto his feet and send London off the ropes. Shoulder block, neither man goes down. And again, is it just me, or does Paul London have a shade of Keanu Reeves to him? I've always thought that about the man that has the record for being one of the longest reigning the longest reigning tag team champion in history. I know I mentioned that earlier, but it's such a good statistic, I had to bring it up twice. And these guys in what we call the feeling out process here. And these shoulder blocks just causing both men to neither to go down, both to sort of stumble ever so slightly. Are they both going to go for it? Huge drop kick there by Paul London, saying he was a little bit smart in that exchange. And I tell you what, I'm hoping that that huge knee brace that Paul London has not got any sort of RoboCop-like additional bonuses to it with the height he got on that drop kick. Up and over from the corner. Kirby runs, misses a clothesline. Big second rope moonsault, knees to the face there. I tell you what, London did not get all of it, but this is what they call as a wrestler a beautiful disaster. You go for something and the mistake ends up almost being more effective. The knees got right into the head there of Martin Kirby. London up to the second. What's he going for here? Oh, shades of Kurt Hennig with a neck snap, but this time from the second floor. Referee Johnson in for the pin, just a 2. You've got to bet here that whoever wins this match will be in line for a title shot against NGW champion El Ligero. Of course, the first man to get a title shot that is on everybody's lips right now is Rampage Brown. That huge 30-minute Iron Man match coming up at the end of the year, but this is really heating up now. Both men want to be established and recognised as singles performers in their own right. Big back elbow by Kirby will do it. Both men's paths finding success as a tag team. You know, when you become a pro wrestler, very rarely do you think, I want to be a tag team wrestler. And sometimes you find that you get into a groove with someone, you stick. Both of these men have had, without question, their most success in tag teams. Now going one-on-one. Be very interesting to see who's got their one-on-one game well and truly where it needs to be. And Kirby, big shoulder block there into the ribs. Another 2 count there. London with the experience advantage. Kirby with the hometown crowd advantage. Chopping. 3 big chops there. Kirby stops him with a knee. Kirby put his head down a bit too soon on that backdrop. Huge enziguri there. I tell you what, Paul London, that's the disadvantage when you come from the United States of America. You don't have the talent of the UK as well scouted as you would if they're an American star. Anyone who's familiar with Martin Kirby will have seen that happen before. Obviously, London will learn from that mistake because he hit him hard. Big kick to the back of the head. You know, Martin Kirby's rise to prominence in the UK scene is a remarkable one. Starting as a fan. I remember him being at ringside for many of my bigger matches when I was the show stealer in a past life. And he used to come up and down the UK to different shows with a guy, a fan we affectionately know as UK Hat Guy. UK Hat Guy, one of the most well-known fans in and on the UK scene. He is here tonight, now watching his former travel partner, who was a fan, in the ring with one of the top stars in the UK, from the US I should say. Martin Kirby's rise to becoming a top-line UK player has been astronomically quick and phenomenal. Big, tight backbreaker there. But as I said earlier, Kirby's main success in the UK has been as one half of Project Ego. And now Kirby is well and truly on his own for the time being. Shades of Bret Hart there with that side Russian leg sweep. Sporting the colours of Hitman 2 is Martin Kirby. And talking to the Hitman, don't forget that his niece, Georgia Smith, has launched the very first Davey Boy Smith Cup. And we'll be having another match from that in the coming weeks as those qualifying matches continue going into the tournament itself. Kirby hits the ropes hard, comes back. Same mistake as earlier, backdrop call and a talk about the same mistake. Second drop kick there from Paul London into the face, but this time full force. Textbook patented Paul London backflip drop kick. Nobody does it quite like London. And I'm sure Kirby would agree right now. And you hear dueling chants here. Let's go London, let's go Kirby. This crowd seeing a fantastic display, and they know that this is what wrestling is all about in 2014. But more specifically, this is what British wrestling is all about. British wrestling right now is all about the top talent in Europe. And in many times it's taken on the top talent from the US. Hurricane Rana from nowhere sends Kirby to the outside. And man, this match is hotting up here in Northallerton. Paul London, oh, through the ropes. Big drop kick sends Kirby flying. Man, these guys holding nothing back here as London goes up to the top rope. Oh, double foot stomp to the kidneys there. Referee in. I tell you what, that will change the colour of your pee in the morning. London there saying to the referee that was a 3. It was close, but it certainly was not a 3 as Kirby comes back, rolls over from the outside in, hits the ropes, head of steam, comes back, huge spinning heel kick. 2 and oh, and that was a close one there. That spinning heel kick there really took the stuff in the wind out of Paul London, and Kirby really feeling it, coming to his feet. Members of his family, friends that he grew up with are in the crowd here tonight for one of his most important singles matches to date. Does that help or does that add pressure? There's only one way to find out. The result of this match. And with moves like that, it could well go in the favour of Kirby. Hits the ropes, goes for a big kick, and oh! Spinning heel kick of his own by Paul London. These guys trading big moves backs and forwards, and London pulled Kirby into position for something. It looks like he's going back up to the top rope. If I was London, I would not waste any time. Kirby is quicker than a hiccup when he needs to be, and there he goes. Man, I don't know whether I should be coaching these guys rather than commentating. Paul London took too long and Kirby capitalised. Going up now, following second. Oh, this doesn't look good for London. Superplex, but London blocking it. Goes for it again. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm certain it's not going to be good, and headbutts there. And what's London going for? Oh! Sternum hard down on the canvas. London to the top rope, and my lord! Shooting star press! That's going to be all. 2 and 3! Paul London there. Wow, Paul London with a textbook shooting star press and a decisive victory over Martin Kirby here tonight in Northallerton. My word, what a match.